let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general, look at this, general messages. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. Somebody has something they want to say. Seven of Pentacles. Perhaps somebody is waiting to hear from you. Let's see how this goes. All right. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, somebody could be waiting to hear from you. Or you could be waiting to hear from someone. Put yourself whichever side of this you go, my love. All right. Whoa, we have the Eight of Wands. All right, things are jumping out already. Let me move it over here so you can actually see it. The Eight of Wands. Whoa, the Strength card in reverse. Oh, the Empress. Okay, it's sideways. I feel like that says everything that you need to know. All right, we have the Emperor. The Four of Wands. Oh, okay. The Seven of Wands and the Knight of Swords. The Three of Wands. The Ten of Cups. Whoa, whoa. All right, we have the Palace of Swords. All right. First of all, feminine, what is the underline here? Yes, I was just about to say. Okay, so you are on someone's mind like crazy. This person cannot stop thinking about you. All right, the Eight of Wands is about communication, fast movement. I feel like this person wants to take action and come towards you. They really want to express themselves here. All right, the Knight of Swords confirms that. It's like they're determined to come in and say something to you, determined to prove a point. This is a masculine energy here. With the Strength card in reverse, I feel like this person is starting to lose their cool. This could be someone that's typically very level-headed or very collected and together, but right now they feel like they're about to snap a little bit. And the reason is because, you know, they really want to talk to you. They have something they want to say. They want to fight for this. The Four of Wands is twin flame union coming together. The Ten of Cups is like the happily ever after, happy spouse, happy house energy, right? All right. And the Palace of Swords, again, I just keep thinking about you. Three of Wands, foresight, future, what's to come, what hasn't happened yet, but will, okay? With the right attention and focus, it's going to come in, okay? Empress, sideways. Now, the Empress is someone who is like the energy of love, the vibration of love. She knows her worth, you know, in the creative energy. So either creating a new version of self, creating some sort of business, creating or working on a project. All right, if this is not any of that, it could be a baby or a new life. But it's also just overall, you know, again, a very self-aware person. Someone who knows their worth, okay? Someone who, when we're talking about this energy here, you know, and what does feminine need to know, it's like saying the reason the two of you have not communicated or the reason that things have not moved forward is because you may feel like this person didn't treat you like the Empress that you are, or they did not acknowledge that there's some sort of connection here between the two or something like that. All right, is what that feels like. But this person feels bad about it. Okay, it's almost like they feel they didn't see something that they should have. Okay, but now that they see it, they want this energy. The Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Okay, you're now coming across very guarded. It could be, again, because this person caused you pain. You being guarded could be causing them pain, but you may feel like they didn't offer much or they didn't put it out there that this is what they wanted. All right, so let's see. The Eight of Wands. All right, the Death card. So I feel like there was communication and then it just stopped. Hence the Strength card in reverse, why they feel like they about to lose it. The Seven of Cups. Now, if this person feels like perhaps you opening your options up and that's why you decided to stop dealing with them, or this could be them being confused about it. No, I don't think they're confused about it. I feel like this person is really worried that things are over between y'all. You've opened your options up. And this is like really causing them to go into this Strength card in reverse energy where they're losing it. Okay, flipping out a bit. Queen of Wands is very attractive, very magnetic. You're drawing in a lot of attention, but you're blocking this person out. Okay, and I just saw the Lovers. All right, so it's like you're not dealing with me. Queen of Coins. Yes, it's about your worth. Okay, it's about your worth. And the Ten of Wands here tells me that they took you for granted, or they made you feel that way. Okay, they could have took for granted the love that you had for them or something like that. All right, but with the Queen of Coins, yes, it's definitely about the worthiness. Okay, so something like that. The Queen of Coins is a nurturer. All right, very successful, prosperous, abundant, right? And you're blocking this person out. It's because of that. Now with the High Priestess, they're trying to get through to you. They may have also gotten some readings done on you. Five of Cups, because they're living in this energy of remorse and regret right now. Okay, because their heart truly does desire you, but you're doing whatever you're doing wherever you're at doing it. All right, Four of Cups, making this person feel as if whatever they have to offer you, you don't want. Okay, and the Fool, they're ready to come towards you and take the leap of faith anyway. All right, they're ready to come towards you and take this leap of faith anyway, beloved. So Judgment, okay, oh, Judgment is here. Sorry, guys, Judgment over the Four of Wands with the King of Cups. All right, now King of Cups is, again, deep love. All right, compassion. I want to be all up over this person. Okay, they want to be all up on you. With the Magician here and the King of Cups, I feel like this person is doing their best to manifest the two of you crossing paths. Tree of Life, like, you know, let us cross paths again. All right, they don't want anything else. I feel like if this person were trying to decide between karmic energy or this at some point, they definitely don't want that karmic energy. Okay, yeah, Queen of Cups. They want to fight for your love and fight for your affection. All right, yeah, again, this is what their heart desires. King of Swords is the truth. All right, so that's their truth. Their heart desires you, and they're standing on that. They're serious about that. The Hermit, okay, so they're rushing in here. You've been to yourself. They've been putting a plan together. Now the plan is together. They're ready to take action. Yes, King of Wands. All right, they're ready to take action here. This person is so serious. Now, they cannot stop thinking about you. Yeah, the Hangman. It's like they're trapped thinking about you. Trapped thinking about a future with you still. Ten of Cups, Four of Wands, the Sun card. Masculine energy. Sun card is also happiness, abundance, and bliss. So they feel like, you know, they can see all of that with you. You know, again, with that Ten of Cups, happy spouse, happy house. The Chariot, let's progress, let's get past all of this. The Nine of Wands tells me they're not going to give up. The Eight of Pentacles, they're going to put the work in. You know, the Three of Swords, this person is heartbroken here without you. All right, they feel like they really have to do something to show you how they feel right now. All right, the High Priestess sending you telepathic communication that they've made their decision. Two of Wands is a path. You know, which path do you choose? Which path do you choose? Okay, Death card, Eight of Wands, the Eight of Swords. Yep, that's what they think about. Please don't let this be over. Okay, there's so much passion, so much love. I apologize. Let's reconcile. Okay, I've grown, or I've completed whatever cycle. I've learned my lesson, whichever way I needed to. All right, Temperance, divine intervention and protection, but it's also divine alignment. So this conversation is going to take place now because it's time for it to take place. The Palace of Cups. It's time for this person to speak their heart. All right. This person thinks of you a lot. Just saw memories. Now we see marriage. Think of you, and then they say, oh yes, this is what I want. Ten of Cups, Four of Wands with this person. Okay, Empress is not just divine feminine, but it's a wife. With that sideways, it's like you didn't know if they saw you that way. Because again, Queen of Coins, homemaker, Empress, wife, you didn't know if they saw you that way. But marriage, look at this. Okay, hidden path. I just said a pathway opens up. You know, which path do you take? Legal partnership, commitment, marital bond, and societal contract. Detour, slow down, explore, go in a new direction. All right, ready to go in a new direction with you. Take this relationship connection in a new direction. It's time to see the sunny side. Okay, it's time to see the sunny side. This is home. This is their soul's home. This is where they feel like they can heal and be safe. All right, and grow. Cozy, warm, secure. You feel at home with each other. Self-care, time out, be gentle with yourself and your twin. All right, your two gentle spirits wanting to come together here. All right, self-worth, yeah, see, deception. I feel like this person didn't see beyond superficial things. They didn't see your worth, they didn't see your value, but you know your worth, you know your value, and you held on to that. Okay, now I'm not sure if this person didn't see your worth for real, or if this person was wearing a mask trying to satisfy others, because with that Emperor and the Five of Pentacles, yes, they may feel left out in the cold right now, and that's why they say they want to come back to their soul's home. However, you know, where it's cozy and warm as opposed to being left out in the cold. However, the Five of Pentacles is also a card that represents hardships, financial burdens, and difficulties. So you could have been in a position where you were going through something. It's a woman on here with her child. All right, just like the Empress sideways, it's a woman and a baby. You know, so they maybe didn't know your worth because of whatever your situation was or your circumstances were at that time of the initial meeting or reconnection. But this person has had a wake-up call, reality check, like, wait a minute, this is a whole Empress. Okay, they see something here, because the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, what they both have in common is that motherly energy. They're both mothers, mother energies. Okay, so again, that could be something here. With the Ten of Cups, it's like coming together, having family energy, something about beliefs. Whatever their beliefs were at that time, you know, they realized they were very outdated. You know, it was a lot of conditioning. And so it's like they've outgrown those things. They realized that a lot of it is just played out. All right, it says similar or clashing belief systems can bring you together or keep you apart. All right, yeah, that's what kept them at that crossroads. Certain beliefs, outdated conditioning. Okay, we have soulmate. Yeah, but your soulmate has gone through this awakening. All right, they say you're their best life partner. All right, there's an amazing compatibility, you know, between you and this person. Amazing compatibility between you two. And they feel like there's a great deal of companionship. So it's like, this is my person, you know. They feel like they've fallen. There's going to be a shift here. Okay, change is in the air. Yeah, awakening, realization, progress. Your twin is awakening to your connection. How cute, feminine. How cute. All right, you have potential. All right, so in the event that they go for it, this will potentially be the one you marry. In the event the two of you can compromise, this will potentially be the one you marry, you know. It says fulfillment, risk, achievement. Your potential is limitless. All right, receive. If you go for it, you may receive what you want. If the two of you can rise above the pettiness, the drama, and the obstacles, you can come together. It says twin seeking union. Be open-minded. All right, shift your energy to the frequency of abundance. Stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready, honey. It's your time to receive, okay? Again, rise above the drama, obstacles, pettiness. Find the strength to rise, okay? That could also be another reason why that strength card was in reverse. Somebody might be having a really hard time getting over this Three of Swords energy, all right? Big goals. So the two of you may have similar goals in life, all right? Common goals will bring you closer together. Yeah, fresh start. Says career, business, success. Claim your place in the world. Maybe the two of you are working on a brand together, or that's something you're going to be doing in the future. Okay. We have alone. This person really feels alone without you. Okay. Is this over? No, I don't think so. All right. I feel like it can come back together. Again, in the event that the two of you find the strength to rise above, yeah, and you can forgive, then you'll get an amazing outcome here. We have spring and outcome, because their love continues to grow. All right? You will get a resolution here in the event that you can forgive them. Understand that they're going through an awakening. They were living in regret because they feel like they settled in some way. Whether it was settling for a karmic connection, settling for a certain lifestyle, settling for something, settling for being without you. Some way they felt like they were settling. They didn't want to do that. Okay? That wasn't it for them. So let's see. We have commitment and chemistry. Yeah. There's 1441 on the timestamp. All right? So your twin flame soulmate feels like the two of you have amazing chemistry. And they really want commitment with you. Okay? They want to experience what that would be like. Right now, this person thinking about you so much, they think about, you know, chasing you down. because they feel like you're trying to run from them or avoid them or push them away. And this is after, of course, they didn't recognize who you were, what you are, you know. All right, let us see. For feminines, we have hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. They want to build a solid foundation. Right now, they're really sad. They feel like you may not ever come back. Remember, they're waiting on you to come back or waiting on you to return, hunty. All right, we have healings, what you're focused on. I feel like they've also found their path to healing. Yeah, they've taken the steps one day at a time. You said one day they'll get there. They're getting there. Releasing, purifying, cleansing. Okay. Pride. They're releasing that pride. Okay. Letting it go. Understanding that this is something they can trust. So they want to express or show you loyalty. You know, be someone that you can depend on. All right, they got to put that pride aside first. That's what they're doing. They feel like that was a mistake to have allowed pride to come in between the two of you. Pride at some point, arrogance, ego, them being stubborn. All right. Yeah, they were a little uncertain about something. The way you believe, the way you do something. You could have told this person, like, I'm going to be good. You know, you could have been in, like I said, a certain situation and they felt bad and they could have thought all the worst things, again, because of conditioned thinking, you know, outdated thinking. And you're like, no, I already know I'm be good. Okay, I'm going to manifest this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. They didn't believe you over time. Queen of Cups in the upright, Queen of Pentacles in the upright. That's exactly what you did, you know, or something like that. So now it's like, oh my gosh, you know, you are who you say you are, you know. They had fog around them. They couldn't see the truth. You were being very vulnerable with them, but they weren't in a space to receive it yet. They weren't ready, right? So again, that pride, that ego, being arrogance, thinking they know everything, you know. Yeah, we have divine feminine, divine masculine. Thinking they know everything. Okay. It could have also been because of family, you know. Family thinking they know everything, child. Yeah, you haven't been saying nothing. Okay, so they're like, I'm waiting on you to come back. Alright. Hoping that you come back, that you're not dealing with someone else. Please forgive me. Yeah, apology, forgive. Please forgive me. There could have been some sort of conflict between you two. Like, there could have been an actual argument or something that took place between y'all. Alright, they're like, please forgive me, return, I'm sorry. You know, I thought we were incompatible. That's what they thought, right? But right here it says compatibility. So they could have thought that y'all were incompatible because of whatever your current, or not current, but whatever your circumstances were at that time. Okay, so they could have thought, oh no, we're not compatible. And then you have this whole glow up and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you know, and of course that would make a person be standoffish. It's just like when a person looks one way and then they lose all this weight and all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Y'all remember Mike Jones, right? Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all want me. It's that energy. It's like, what? You know? But it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that, y'all. Okay? The ego would want you to think like, what? Now you want me? What? But it's deeper than that. And you will know if this is your reading or not. But you feel or felt rejected. You know, there was true intimacy between y'all, like in a way that you've never experienced it before. So you know it's real. Like you may be a person that is truly an open-hearted earth angel. So you know true, genuine intimacy and connection when you feel it. And you felt that with this person and you were rejected. And so you was like, okay, you know, I don't really know what to do with that. You sensed all the potential there. And you and the potential were rejected, dismissed. Now, this could have been because of, again, irrational fears. Whatever your situation was, especially for those of y'all that, like I said, you had child or children. Person was like, what? You know what I'm saying? What? Nah, because you're going to need this, you're going to need that, you're going to be this, you're going to be that, blah, 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 blah. You said, child, need you for a lick or nothing. And now I don't even want the loving. Thanks for that, you know? Possibilities. I mean, the reality is, if you have a child, a person is around you, eventually they may be around a child. So a person may not have been ready for certain things like that. You understand what I'm saying? But when we have possibilities or potential, then we have possibilities. It's the same damn thing. Okay? The potential, possibilities. Loyal. Maybe they didn't think that you would be loyal. You know, who knows? Because the Queen of Pentacles is very much so devoted. The Queen of Cups too. So, you know, maybe they didn't know that. You know, there could have been distance or space between y'all, like a physical space or distance too. But now there's this space and distance where you're not saying anything, and they feel like they are stuck thinking about you because you're soulmates. All right, there's a deep love between y'all. There's a true connection, unity. All right, they want to come together, unite. They want to reconcile, make amends. Second chance as opportunity. Let's roll the dice. You see what I'm saying? So now you want to take the risk. Now you see the potential and the possibilities. You know, now you recognize this divine feminine. You see her now. You know? Chemistry is between soulmates because you're twin flame soulmates. We keep seeing that in all the decks. Commitment. So one of their goals here with this relationship is commitment. All right. You could have thought they were just lusting. No, there might be a lot of that between y'all because the passion between twin souls is okay. I think that pretty much said it all. So yeah, you could have thought that it was like a lust type situation, but no, it's not that. It's only you that they have this type of passion for. All right, I'm not going to say that, you know, if you've experienced the passion that they have, I'm not going to say that it, like they suck otherwise. You know what I mean? Nah, they're good. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But it's the way that y'all do what y'all do. You know, like chemistry between two is just different. Okay? So it's the way that you get them, the way that they get you, you know? I don't feel like anybody else gets that. Yeah, so this is, of course, why they would be bitter, angry, upset. You know, hence that Strength card in reverse. Because now they're feeling alone. You know, you're not opening your heart to them anymore. Okay? You're not letting them in anymore in the ways that you once were. Okay? And it's because of, again, you didn't make this feminine feel like you recognize who she be. Okay? But they're obsessed. It says obsession, infatuation, adoration, addiction. They are addicted to you. Okay? Remember that song? Wasn't that Ryan Leslie? Who was that? Was that Ryan Leslie? Yeah. Who sang that song? Alright? Yeah, you've been very withdrawn, very to self. They don't like it. Okay? It's definitely not their preference. Beloved, they're having a lot of fantasies. They're daydreaming again with that 3 of Wands, 7 of Cups about what's to come. Hoping you have not opened your options up. They want a new beginning. See, second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity, beginnings. Try again, new direction, start over. I realized I was being shallow. Again, they weren't able to see beyond superficial things. Remember the mask they were wearing? But it was because of the foundation, the family that they came from, or something like that. Family that they come from, because it's still a family. Let's just be clear, right? So let's look into this a little bit more here. All right. Pride. Are you still being egotistical? Nope. I mean, yes, they could be. To be honest with you, I say nope. But the reality is, if you're just sitting around waiting instead of offering an apology that you feel divinely pulled to offer, divinely guided to offer, then yes, you're being prideful. You're being egotistical, right? That's being distorted. That's being unbalanced, all right? That's not mature at all. Because feminine, the thing is, you didn't think the person cared. So for them to sit around and allow more time to pass, I'm not really sure how that's going to show you the opposite of what you already think. You know what I mean? Like, they got to get it together for real. So let us see here. Bitterness. Curse. Yeah, they got a negative mind. All right, so because they have this negative energy going on with them and they feel these negative ways towards you, they could be sending negative energy your way and don't even know it. but it's not intentional. It's because I love you. I'm waiting on you to come back. I'm prideful. And because I'm struggling right now with my pride, putting it to the side and reaching out, apologizing, doing whatever I got to do to get you in my life the way I want you in my life, I'm going to just send you all this nasty energy because you won't do what I want you to do, which is bend to my will. Now, in the event that you were to do that, what is this teaching this person? That worth that you were talking about, how is that delivering to that person? How is that being expressed to that person through what you do if you go right on back? And don't let them say, I apologize for what they know they need to apologize for. They gotta go ahead. They may also be upset because they feel like someone cursed this. Like, okay, did somebody put a curse on us? Did somebody put a curse on me? Because why my person not coming back? Okay, could be another thing here. We got past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. That can be taken so many ways. Again, if they don't learn what they need to, they be done repeated this cycle again until you be done had to wait a whole nother darn lifetime again. And it's all because what? The pride? Well, if that's what you want to do, you know. Yeah, you have divine feminine, but divine feminine, your heart is still open. And they're trying to send you telepathic messages. How about just pick up the phone? Or how about just actually do what you got to do? Because they feel like you're distracted and you're doing other things. It's because they sent you mixed signals or because they're blocking their emotions that they're messing this all up. They feel like you walked away from them. You got really cold, or they feel left in the cold. You drew a line and set some sort of boundary. The intimacy, the connection, all that was between y'all, the sensual energy and spending quality time and really bonding and confiding in each other, the pillow talking and all that, it stopped. Yeah, you reached a limit. You reached a breaking point. Something was the final straw for you. Okay. Yeah, but it just caused you pain. The person was always distant. They said they want you close, but they were always distant. Or you didn't really feel like they were giving you much. All right? Yeah, secrets, mysteries, concealing. Yeah, you felt like they were concealing them. Not giving you much, but you were out here being open, being vulnerable, being naked and bare. Divine masculine. But again, now they're just sitting around fantasizing about their feminine. Wanting to come back together. Balance, harmony, friendship. They're obsessing. Now they're obsessing. They feel brokenhearted. Yes, it's twin. All right, twin flame initially rejected you due to irrational fears. Now you're focused on healing, and they're falling apart. Okay. Yeah, they only want you. That's it. They only want you. Longing, craving, aching, wanting. All right. There could be a whole bunch of people around them throwing, you know, butt and boobs all in their face. They don't even want it. It's not even appealing. Okay. They're thinking about you. Okay. Yeah, see? They don't want the distorted feminine energies. They're like, get that out of here. Okay. Get that toxic out of here. Okay. Oh, toxic kitty cat. Okay. Yeah, you're so beautiful. They're like, I'm waiting on my beauty to come back. Charming, graceful, kind-hearted. All right, you're charming, but you're not a charmer. There's a difference. Yeah, they're afraid that this is over, man. And it's because of those mixed signals that they were sending you. Like, I really made a mistake. I messed up. I misunderstood this person. Okay, you could have been at the beginning stages of your spiritual journey when you met this person. So, you know, like, they thought you were a lost soul. No, you weren't a lost soul. You knew exactly what you wanted to do. They just didn't believe in you. They didn't see your vision. Something, again, the conditioned, outdated thinking. Okay? The depth. Yeah, they were being shallow. Meanwhile, you're into depth. The two things didn't match. All right? You have a level of self-awareness, yeah, importance and value. You know, so the two things, so you were ready to go deep within yourself in order to, like, really make a difference in your life. And this person, again, they were just keeping everything surface level. That's how they were raised. All right, but I feel like they had some sort of epiphany. Yeah, realization, epiphany, understandings, awakenings. Exactly. All right, so those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Information as to how you can book personal readings with me can be found in the description box beneath this video, as well as the link to any of my merchandise, books, etc. Peace and hair grease.